All right, guys, let's hit it.
I had an accident.
You had an accident? What does that mean?
You!
Pissy Pants Player of the Week.
Let me go first. Let me go first.
Go for it.
Justin Fields. What you did in London this weekend can only be compared to an act of war. This was payback. You have dumped tea into their harbor. You have committed war crimes in front of their children. Your nickname, JF5, is not a stat line, brother. It's just your nickname. You have to have more than 5 passing yards in a game. Of course. I didn't know. Maybe you got confused with a jet lag. Did you know you have this cool dude on your team called Garrett Wilson? You know he plays over there too? You know what doesn't play over there? Not throwing the football, okay? Great
Stat pad.
England?
Pad.
You know what they did in the war? The air raid, baby. You should learn something from history. Pick up the ball, throw it downfield. If I had to pick between you and Tim Tebow throwing with his left hand, I would take 9 to the chest. Please stop making me watch this.
Yikes, man. That's an all-timer, man. Not the JF5 stat line. Whoo!
I checked it at halftime, and it said 11 passing yards. And I said, did they forget a 1?
No, they didn't.
True passing yards of negative, I think it was like negative 18. Between his sack yards and his passing yards, he was negative.
That's so gross.
That's gross. Nick Bonita, honorary sicko of the week. That boy's balling.
Yeah, it was gross. That was terrible. Nolan, how about you go?
So I went with the super duper Chiefs haters over the lack of calls, because I've seen some posts, bro. Louie is reasonable with it. There are some things saying that, like, Andy Reid invites them over for dinner for cheeseburgers and paying them off. Like, just absolutely insane things. I'm sorry. Get over yourself. Go look at how many empty drives the Lions had in that game, and you tell me that the referees dictated that entire thing. You had 1 yard to go in your last drive to keep that game alive, and you threw the ball 3 times when you have Jahmyr Gibbs and David Montgomery in your backfield. You threw the ball 3 fucking times. Don't complain about the refs for the whole game. There are other things that went wrong in that game, and that's all I have to say.
I do think, like, at some time we're going to have to do a section or like a segment on the fact that now that ESPN Bet exists and ESPN will own a part of the NFL, like, this is not going to stop. You know what I mean? Like, when every bettor is like, every scalper is like, oh, like the Lions at plus money, just, you know, smash that. And then there's crazy calls that happen. Like, of course, people are going to say it's rigged, like, which is crap. You can't rig something of this size and of this caliber. But it's not going to go away.
No.
All right, Bahookie, hit me with your pissy pants. I'll wrap us up and lead us into the Thursday night preview.
I wish I had a soliloquy prepared like what Louie brought to us.
That was wonderful.
That went hard. But yeah, I just kind of tying into my general theme of what I've been opening up with here. Two of the top quarterbacks in our game, Josh Allen and Jalen Hurts, kind of split this one with like being supposed best, like one of the best players on the best teams, and when their teams needed them, they really couldn't come up with it for them, and they looked pretty average this week, and just making me question their like the whole makeup of like what the teams are capable of long term.
Yeah, I mean, I don't necessarily feel like that with the Bills. I get how you could feel like that. You're more in tune with that team than I am. I think they'll be just fine. But I could definitely see how you're starting to see the kinks in the armor. I'll go last here. So mine is Tua. It starts with leadership, Tagovailoa. Brother, bro, boy. Aren't you a captain on this team? Aren't you a so-called leadership? You look
I wish I
over
could
to
have a picture of Tua with a mustache and him just being like, it starts with leadership. Like, bro's talking about himself.
like, oh my god, man. Yeah, dude. It's so bad when he's taking a shot at his quarterback or at his coach. That's the coach that they brought in to appease you after you got your first actually good coach fired in Brian Flores. That's when the team was actually looking like a real unit. Now you have this like TikTok dancing, like over the hill, already overrated, full of themselves, fucking wimp team that just has no heart, and they don't trust their leaders because their leader is not a leader. All the intangible stuff that we heard about Tua coming out of Alabama has just not really shown itself here. He's been a crybaby. He's needed to have been catered to. He's need other people brought in to be leaders on his team. And then when he's finally the leader of his team, he passes it off to the coach who's just drowning in shit. Like, and then I saw on Twitter that after he said that, one of his old teammates said that he was late to team practices when on his first day, on the teammate's first day to the game.
Bro, getting blasted like that, I'd have to pull up on somebody's house. I'd be like, even if it's true, how dare you expose me?
I just don't. This is one of the worst crash outs of a team that I've seen in a long time. And we've been saying it's been going to happen for a few years now. And it's like all coming to a head. The offensive line sucks. The defense sucks. Tyreek Hill's hurt. Tua can't play. He's on a big contract, and they're paying all these people. So, yeah, they're violated.
Violated. A mixture of fried and violated.
Yep, that's not where you want to be in this league. They're going through another life cycle, and we have our new franchise quarterback. So sucks to suck. Nice 5-year gap you guys had there. All right, so that was our NFL Week 6 recap.